Hello and welcome to this full moon, this Aries Libra full moon. And now, as we know, all full moons are about releasing. And, we try to get down into the kind of things that we want to release on a particular full moon. But when you know personally what it is you want to release, you can tap on that also. But looking at this full moon, the sun is in gate 21 in human design, which is about control, willpower, taking charge. The other side of it, which is the moon, and the moon rules our emotions, that is in the gate of resourcefulness and knowledge and intuition. Now, when you think of being in control, willpower, in charge, if that was a new moon, then you might have to step into that kind of a role. But because this is a full moon and it's about releasing, this is the time to let go of trying to control anything outside of yourself, anything or anybody. It is about getting the willpower and taking charge of self-control. And the moon, which is the emotions on the other side, is listening to the intuition and getting the knowledge from the intuition that will help you get that control of the inner self. Now, at the same time, Saturn and Mars are in a conjunction, meaning they're together, and they're making a tension aspect to this full moon. So, Saturn, when he's being negative, is limitation, restriction, and when he's positive, his gift is wisdom. Mars is courage, energy, and action. So this tension aspect is giving us the possibility, if we take it, of taking the wisdom of Saturn, the courage, energy, and action of Mars, and choosing to have self-control and to release the need to control anything outside of ourselves. And as we do this, we move into our own power of really taking charge of ourselves, which is the only thing we should be taking charge of. And that in turn frees us and frees everybody else to move along their own path. So let's start with the karate point. Even though I feel like I have to be in charge or in control of situations or people outside of myself, I forgive myself because I deeply and completely love and accept who I am. Even though I sometimes feel like I have to control everything, it's only because I want it to be successful, and maybe I even want to help the other people. But now I know that this is the time to help myself. And I help myself by letting go of the need or the feeling to have to control everything. I'm taking the wisdom of Saturn, the courage and energy of Mars. I'm listening to my intuition. I'm letting go of the need to control anybody or anything outside of myself. I release everybody in light and love to be everything that they wish to be. And I take control of me. I take back my power. And I am in charge of my own life. As I release the need or the old pattern of controlling things outside of myself. It feels really good to take this wisdom of Saturn, the courage and energy of Mars, and release it all now. Deep breath. Now, while this is all happening, and it's very potent, there is another astrological configuration that's going on also, and that is Pluto is in a beneficial angle to Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of faith and optimism and abundance. And when Pluto angles beneficially a planet, it gives that planet back its power. So right now in this time period, Pluto, because it's a slow planet, is giving Jupiter back its power. And so we now, under this full moon, can take the faith and optimism of Jupiter, and we can use it with the wisdom of Saturn, the courage of Mars, and we can release and let go of any fear or limitation. It is time now. I know it is time now to let go of people, things, beliefs, attitudes, trapped emotions, anything that has held me captive. I am now using my willpower to take charge of my own life as I release all thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes that have held me back. I am taking the faith and optimism of Jupiter, the wisdom of Saturn, the courage and energy of Mars. I'm releasing the need to take care of and to justify why I want to control either others or situations outside of myself. I know that this is the time for me to stand my ground with myself. I'm making a promise to myself that I am releasing all need to be in control of things I have no control over. I have 100% control over how I choose to think, to feel, and to behave. And I am taking that wisdom of Saturn, that courage and energy of Mars, that faith and optimism of Jupiter, and I am releasing all that old stuff that I no longer need. I am in control of me. That is incredibly empowering. Now do this a few times, and as you're doing it, if you think of areas in your life where you want to justify and say, well, I have to be in control. If I'm not in control, who's going to do it or what have you? All right, it's not about the doing, it's about that internal need to feel like you have the control, because it tricks us into believing that we're doing the right thing. So let's use this time to let go of the fear, okay? This is about releasing and just going with the flow. And when you go with the flow, it's going to lift you, and you're going to be buoyant, and you're going to be happy. Now, interestingly enough, in this configuration, Saturn and Mars in this conjunction, that's making a square, a tension friction to this full moon, they are together in gate 58 in the human design. And every gate has two sides to it. And that gate is the gate of joy, joyful, wonderful, exhilarating states of being. It's a beautiful gate. But I remember reading this gate to a client of mine, and it talked about this joy and being in this joyous state. And it said, if you're not living your strategy, there are no more bitter people on the planet than those who have this possibility of joy and don't recognize it. So the other side of this joy is bitterness. So Saturn can feel limited and restricted, and Mars can feel angry because it's limited and restricted, and miss the incredible, beautiful potential that this gate has. And you get this by taking the wisdom of Saturn and the courage of Mars and letting go. Blessings, keep tapping, stay joyful, stay optimistic, and just release. And this way we'll be ready for the new moon to plant our wishes. Thank you. Bye.